Lift kits, they're awesome, and there's nothing better than pulling the trigger on a new lift kit for your truck. However, if this is your first time picking up a lift kit, you might have a few concerns. I'm Dustin with Custom Offsets, and today we're gonna be sitting down and going over our top 5 most common fears people have when it comes to lifting their trucks. Before we do that though, if you watch this video and think, boy, I could really use a lift kit for my truck or wheels and tires, you already know you can find those at customoffsets.com. On the flip side, if you want the chance to win free wheels, tires, and suspension from Archon Wheels, Mickey Thompson Tires, and Superlift Suspension, we have that too. All you gotta do is pick up one of these t-shirts. Head on over to customoffsets.com/giveaway, get entered to win. It's actually a pretty sweet setup. Get an awesome t-shirt, get entered to win a full build, plus you help us make a donation to Motorcycle Missions, which is a charity dedicated to helping our nation's veterans and first responders that struggle with PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. Up first on our list is a question we get fairly often and one that's extremely valid. Let me set the stage for you. You head on down to the local dealership and pick yourself up a brand new truck. First stop you make with that truck, Custom Offsets, of course, to shop for a new lift kit. You're browsing all the great lifts we have for your truck when suddenly it hits you like a freight train. Bam! This new truck, it has a warranty, and you want to know, will adding a lift kit void that factory warranty? The short answer is maybe, and I know that's a bit of a subjective answer at best, but let me explain. Technically speaking, legally, a lift kit cannot void a factory warranty. However, it can impact warranty coverage of certain parts. For example, a lift kit won't void your powertrain warranty as it doesn't technically affect anything in regards to the powertrain. However, it may impact a warranty claim on a suspension part should something fail. This is where it gets tricky as it can come down to a finger pointing game between who's at fault should a part fail. To get around this, companies like Zone and BDS have actually developed whole departments that are there solely to assist their customers in warranty claims should they have any issues. For best results, we recommend talking to your dealership directly so you know what exactly does and does not fall within those warranty guidelines if that's something you're worried about. If it's not, just grab the Impact and let's put a lift on. Next on the list isn't so much a fear as it is just a general question when it comes to lifting your truck. Is there anything I should fix or upgrade while I'm in there? Again, this question is technically an it depends answer situation, but generally speaking, the older the truck, the more work you should plan on putting into it when you tear it apart. Things like ball joints and tie rods will see wear and tear over the years, and most times you're into the truck far enough that replacing these parts is easy because everything else is already out of the way and taken apart. Plus, if you're replacing these parts, it's a great time to look at upgrading. Companies like Kryptonite make fantastic products that are significantly stronger than your factory bits and will hold up to the added abuse that larger wheels and tires will put on your suspension components. Right in the middle of the list is a solid question that we get asked a lot. Will it ride like And while yes, some of the more budget-friendly lift kit options may not ride the best, there are still a lot of options on the market that ride nearly as good as stock. Take CO2 for example. That truck rides on a 6.5-inch BDS coilover kit, and honestly, it rides awesome. I can say from personal experience that it drives well, and it's definitely not a backbreaking ride. Even the K350, which is a massive straight axle truck, still rides relatively decently. Of course, you have to take into account that this is a pretty big show truck and it is on 40s, so you can make your own judgment on this one. Up next is a pretty tricky one, but we get asked it all the time, and that is, will my lift kit cause mechanical issues with my truck? Specifically, we get asked a lot if lifting a truck will cause issues with the transmission. While the answer is technically no, I do want to dive into this one just a little bit more. Technically speaking, the lift kit will only affect the overall ride height and suspension geometry.
Yeah, that's fun to do every single time you get in your vehicle. Oh.
And that by itself really shouldn't cause a lot of issues. But let's be real with ourselves here for a second. It's pretty rare to install a lift and stay on stock wheels and tires. And wheels and tires is where things get tricky. The larger the tire you put on, the more rolling resistance that truck faces, which means that basically the truck has to work harder to turn the tire. Over time, this can be hard on a driveline and may wear out parts faster than stock. Additionally, larger wheels and tires can put additional stress on suspension components such as ball joints and tie rods. For this reason, we recommend taking a look at your truck's components and replacing or upgrading any parts that may be showing signs of wear at the time of installing your lift. Trust us, it's for the best. Last but certainly not least is an absolute heater of a question, and one that we get asked all the time. Am I gonna get pulled over? The answer to this one is, you guessed it, it depends. Every state and county has their own sets of laws and regulations outlining just what you can and can't do with your truck. Some states are pretty lenient on lift height and tire poke, while others have very strict guidelines in terms of what's legal and what isn't. We recommend checking with your state for a complete list of all laws regarding vehicle modifications so you can make an educated decision. There's our list of top 5 most common fears that we hear when lifting a truck. Do you have a question that we missed? Let us know down in the comments section below. And as always, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so we can keep bringing you guys the awesome truck content that you've come to love from us. Peace.